The video game industry moves fast, but we move faster. This is the Turbo Button Show with Darien and Jacob.
Hello guys, and welcome to the Turbo Button Show for April 12th, 2017. It's already kind of halfway into April already. I'm not excited for life going this quickly.
Does mean we get more games quickly, though.
I'm not even sure. I'm here with Jacob. As always, I'm Darien. We're talking about one of SEGA?
Yeah, SEGA.
Yeah, SEGA's one of their franchises that kind of fizzled out a little bit.
Darien doesn't really know much about this series, right? You've never played a game in this series?
I've never played it. All I know that it was pretty...
I'm the expert on this one.
Yeah, it's like a open world-esque game, kind of linear though.
Well, what is our topic?
The PS4 remake
Of? You've yet to say the actual series
Yakuza
name.
Kiwami finally has a Western release date.
Okay, so a bit of background detail, and I'll be giving this because Darien's not much of an expert on this particular subject. The Yakuza series is a decently long-running series that got its origin on the PS2. It's an open-world, sandbox-style action game that really the kung fu action scenes aren't the important thing. The series has 4 or 5-ish main series entries in January we got Yakuza 0, which was a prequel to the entire series, and now we're getting Yakuza Kiwami, which Kiwami is part of the Japanese name of the series. And this is a remake of the first game, which came out on the PlayStation 2.
Ooh, those graphics got to be good.
And, we can talk about all the information. But first of all, Yakuza is one of those series where it's important just the fact that we're getting it.
Right.
There are plenty of times where they just choose not to localize a title, or we get them years later, like I believe was the case for Yakuza 0.
I couldn't tell you a thing about that.
I'm not the greatest expert on this. I've only played 3 and 4, so bear with me. But, that's a lot more than most people. It's kind of an obscure series, but like one that everyone knows.
You know what you can do in Yakuza? Shove magazines up people's butts.
There's a lot of arcade games.
Yeah. The game finally has a release date for America and Europe for August 29th.
Yes, so a couple months away. But right at the tail end of summer. It's kind of interesting that I guess they're trying to, get it before the crazy holiday rush.
Right. And
because there's a lot of competition there.
So this remake has many new features. Recreated graphics, fully re-recorded Japanese audio by the original voice actors.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have added distractions and 30 minutes of new cutscenes.
I love how the new features and the new stuff you can do in the game is called a distraction, because that's really what it is. Well, you could go and complete the game, or you could just play more Outrun.
Play Outrun in a video game. Video gameception.
Yep.
Now, wait a second. So if they have a Yakuza game on a PlayStation 4, and they could probably emulate a PS2 game environment in a PlayStation 4 game, you could essentially play you could be like Yakuza, and you could be playing Yakuza in Yakuza, and you could play Outrun in Yakuza in Yakuza.
Please no.
Think
with
about
that
this.
out of the way, you're special. What else does the game have?
There's a Steelbook edition where it comes in a really pretty case thing.
Yeah, it looks nice, and that's for pre-orders. But also, the thing that honestly did surprise me about this is the price.
It's budget.
Yeah, $30.
$30, half of what you would get from, say a AAA title that's releasing new.
So the real reason I wanted to talk about this is because it's kind of weird. Like, yeah, games get remade all the time, but SEGA and the company who actually makes these games for SEGA, I forget the name, they did something very strange, which is kind of unheard of just a few months ago. So the Yakuza series is kind of infamous now for the earlier titles being in incredibly short supply. Yakuza, Yakuza 2, and Yakuza 3 especially, though I guess also Yakuza 4, but primarily those first three.
Right.
And they're all quite expensive. So what they did was they said, well, we could all just, remake them or release them digitally, or we could re-release these PS2 and PS3 games in their original boxes and everything, completely indistinguishable from the original print runs.
Right.
So we got new PS2 games in 2017.
That's pretty amazing.
And I get why they did that. It was a nice boost in money and sales for them, and more people could get it. But it did kind of screw over some collectors.
But screw the collector, because video games are meant to be played, and they're not. It's like a stock market, but I'd rather see prices low on the full tabletop.
But
to be honest,
here's the interesting part of it. It was kind of a controversy over whether or not they should be doing this, right?
Right.
And then 2 months later they go, oh yeah, you know how you just bought that brand new copy of Yakuza? Yeah, well now we've got an HD remake.
Well, if you want the old voice acting and everything, play the original. And if you want the original graphics, play the original. But if you want pretty graphics, because it's 2017 and PlayStation 2 graphics don't really suit everybody's needs anymore.
No kidding.
Play some PS4. Like me, I could go back to a PS2 game and I don't really care how bad the graphics are. As long as it's fun, everybody wins.
I don't even... so I only have 3, 4, and the expansion-esque thing they did for 4, which added zombies, which was kind of dumb. Because it was 2011 and everything had to have a zombies expansion.
Like Call of Duty.
Yep, and Red Dead Redemption and
yeah, that one baffles me. I'm like, what?
So I'm kind of looking forward to this, even though yet again I still don't own a PS4. But I mean, it's $30. I might as well pick it up anyways as a fan of the series, even if I don't have the system to play it on yet.
You scrub. You have a PC that, you're like, I can play everything I want to play. And then you're like, oh, crap.
I'll just emulate the first 2.
But, I mean, how are you going to end up playing with your friends? I'm sitting on
Who needs friends?
Your little PC island.
Wow, we are way off on a tangent.
I know we are, but the important thing about Yakuza's remake in Kiwami, I'm butchering everything, is that, I mean, this company SEGA sees that that there's a demand for it, and that they're going to provide for us.
The series has always been quite niche, but it really seems with the release of Zero especially,
everybody wants to play.
Yeah, and the biggest factor in that was Yakuza 0 is a prequel, which made it a really good starting spot for a lot of players.
Right.
And it was for the PS4, which a lot of people have PS4s.
Yeah, and I mean the PS4 doesn't have the biggest library in the world, so it's one thing that kind of stands out, which I kind of do enjoy that about this generation, is that, games are kind of trickling slowly. That makes any sense? Like the online storefront, people don't really, they will pay attention to that, but when you actually go into your Walmarts, GameStops, wherever else you get your video games from, a lot of these titles are right on the shelf, right in front. But I don't know if it's just me being blind to the PS2 era or PS3 where the niche games are on the shelves.
I don't know, dude.
But I just think I'm noticing it more, and video game stuff is showing up a lot more.
So I think, in short, more Yakuza is good.
Yes.
If you guys have played any Yakuza games, you should let us know in the comments below. Let us know if you're excited for Yakuza Kiwami. I'm sorry.
Kiwami, I don't know.
Kiwami.
And if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button so you don't miss any more Gaming Buzz content. Also hit the bell because, that will notify you every time we release something new. And we have a store. It's at gamingbuzz.com/shop.
And that's it. Bye.
Yes, we'll see you guys later.
New episodes and other content can be found on turbobuttonshow.com. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.